What's up, guys? I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never. Today I'm going to be giving an update on Algorand. Please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Help me pump that algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief.
So Algorand is currently trading right around 9.5 cents. It has a market cap of 751 million, which ranks 44th among all cryptocurrencies. And its circulating supply is up to 7.9 billion out of a max supply of 10 billion, which is about 79% in circulation. And then I also want to point out the fact that Algorand is only up 7% from its all-time low. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but if you guys believe in Algorand long-term, it might not be a bad time for you to start dollar cost averaging in. And if you're looking to invest in Algorand, I recommend using Binance, Coinbase, or KuCoin. I think those are the three easiest centralized exchanges to use. But now we'll go ahead and hop in some Algorand news. So this is their Twitter, which has 337,000 followers. And they just reposted 12 hours ago. Web3 has a shortage of developers, yet the number of developers worldwide hit 27.7 million in 2023, which is an all-time high. But honestly, there hasn't been any major news since my last Algorand video. A lot of it is just posts talking about their hackathon and AMAs you guys can tune into. But regardless, it's still a really good thing to see that Algorand is posting pretty much every single day. It is very important that they have an active team. And now we'll get into some major crypto news, which is not directly correlated to Algorand, but it's still huge nonetheless. So if you come over to the Watcher Guru Twitter, they just posted 2 hours ago that US inflation remains at 3.7%, higher than expectations. Now, why is this specifically important to Algorand? Remember what we talked about earlier. Algorand has a max supply of 10 billion Algo. There will never be more than that. The US dollar, on the other hand, there is an unlimited supply. And I'm not going to go super in depth, but there is a legitimate argument that inflation is significantly higher than 3.7%, especially once you understand fractional reserve banking. But regardless, the point is the US dollar is always going to lose purchasing power. And then they posted 20 hours ago. Prosecutors reveal Caroline Ellison's to-do list, including getting regulators to crack down on Binance. Now, whether or not she has the power to crack down on Binance, who knows? I would guess most likely not, but it is something to keep your eyes on. But if you look at the tweet right beneath it, just in, ex-girlfriend Caroline Ellison and Sam Bankman-Fried conspired to keep Bitcoin under 20K by selling customer BTC. These two are about as corrupt as you can get. So I'll say it again, whether or not they have the ability to actually come at Binance, I wouldn't think so personally, but who knows? And now what they posted October 9th. Just in, $4.5 trillion asset manager Fidelity says Bitcoin is the most secure, decentralized, sound digital money compared to any other digital asset. Just look at how far crypto has come within a few short years. It is truly incredible. I genuinely don't think it's going to be that long before Fidelity, BlackRock, and many other large asset managers are going to have their Bitcoin spot ETFs approved. And once that happens, look out. I believe crypto is going to skyrocket, as that will make it significantly easier for the average everyday person to get into cryptocurrency, especially the older generations who have most of the money. And then the last thing I want to cover is OpenAI and ChatGPT CEO Sam Altman says Bitcoin is a super logical and important step on the technology tree.
I'm excited about it for the same reasons. I'm excited about Bitcoin too. But I think this idea that we have a global currency that is outside of the control of any government is a super logical and important step on the tech tree.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, why should the government control currency? I mean, the government should be dealing with all the pressing environmental, social, infrastructure issues, foreign policy issues, economic issues, the things that we need to be governed in order to have a peaceful and prosperous society that's equal and equitable.
Now, obviously, this wasn't a super in-depth analysis on Bitcoin, but the point is, this was on Joe Rogan's podcast. And Joe Rogan has quite literally one of, if not the most popular podcast in the entire world. He has millions of people that watch him every single week. So the fact that they are on there hyping up Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is extremely bullish. I know I said this was the last video I was going to show, but I want to show the one beneath it as well because I think it's extremely entertaining. So this is celebrating Bitcoin reaching an all-time high of $111 back in 2013.
Right here, watching history buying Bitcoin for $111.
Just think about that for a second. 10 years ago, Bitcoin was trading at $111, and now it's currently trading at $26,600. Imagine where crypto can be 10 years from now. It is only growing in popularity. I just can't stress enough in all of my videos how important it is to have a long-term outlook. Understand that we are still very early in crypto adoption. Now, for the final part of this video, we'll get into a little bit of technical analysis. So this is Algorand on the daily time frame. And now the first thing you might notice is that we had Algorand drawn in a bull flag, which I drew in my last video. And I said they break up 68% of the time. And it actually did start breaking out. And had you guys taken that trade, you could have made about 5% in 3 days. And I understand that's not a lot, but we were actually on our way to making bigger gains until Bitcoin completely crashed down. However, what I'm seeing right now is that Algorand is currently trading in a potential double bottom, which is typically a fantastic support zone. And the stochastics and RSI are both starting to get very oversold. And then you could also argue that Algorand is trading in another bull flag, which break up 68% of the time, and it has a measured move to right around 10 cents. And last but not least, if you look at the moving averages, the 21-day moving average broke above the 50-day moving average, which is a golden cross, which typically signals an explosive move is coming. And I know I just said lastly, but there's actually another very bullish indicator. So if you look at the two most recent candles, we have tweezer bottoms. That tells us that the sellers are not in control, which is a very good sign to see. So outside of the fact that price action is trading beneath all of the moving averages, I think Algorand looks very good on the daily time frame. And I would not fault you at all for wanting to take this trade. But you have to look at the big picture when you're looking at Algorand. The reality is it has gotten absolutely decimated during this bear market, especially after Gary Gensler claimed that it was a security. As I said at the beginning, it's only up 7% from its all-time low. There is a chance you may never get these price levels again. And even if Algorand does drop in the short term, maybe it comes down to that 0.0875 level or that 0.0819 level. Either way though, I don't see Algorand dropping that much lower unless some catastrophic event happens for crypto. But that's just my opinion. Obviously, do what's best for you. Now, lastly, we'll get into Bitcoin as it's correlated to most altcoins. So this is Bitcoin on the daily time frame. And it's crazy because our technical analysis has been playing out perfectly recently. As many of you guys know, we called this initial bull flag that ended up breaking up and it almost hit the measured move perfectly. And at that point, I was talking about how price action was trading between two high volume nodes on the VRVP. And essentially these high volume nodes work as magnets. So I said I wouldn't be shocked if price action went to 29,100 or down to 26,600. And due to the overbought RSI and overbought stochastics, I leaned more towards the downside. And that is exactly what happened. Now, similar to Algorand, you could argue that Bitcoin is trading in a bull flag, which break up 68% of the time, and it has a measured move up to about 28,900. But I will say, if it does break out, I expect it to retest 28,500 first, as it got rejected off of those levels previously. And then I will also say, similar to Algorand, if you look at the moving averages, the 21-day broke above the 50-day, which is a golden cross. Typically, that signals an explosive move is coming. So overall, I also don't think Bitcoin looks too bad right now. If it were to drop lower, maybe it comes down to about 26,100 or about 24,900. But as I say in every single one of my videos, it is crucial that you understand macroeconomics significantly outweigh technical analysis. So all of a sudden, if the BlackRock Bitcoin spot ETF were to get approved, then technical analysis goes right out the window and the entire crypto market could skyrocket. On the contrary, if it gets rejected or some extremely bearish news comes out, that could tank the entire crypto market. So just keep an open mind and understand that the crypto market is extremely volatile, especially in the short term. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments, how high do you guys think Algorand could go next bull run? If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.